Who's the best movie reviewer through and through? That's Movie Mania on YouTube. That's who. Why don't you stay a while and have your life reviewed?
Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Fiendish Friday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk. All that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor, like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I do have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of info. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day, such as a brief synopsis, which I actually wrote for once. I'm not much of a writer, so that's why it sucks. I give you your starring cast, director, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for where you can watch this bad boy for free. Now that I got all that said, mind all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's is a very interesting one. It is directed by none other than Jim Roberts. It is called The Stench. I don't know if it's 2024 or 2025 for filming. I just put 2025 on there just because it's only an 18-minute short film. It stars Jorge Delarosa, Jim Roberts, Erica Long, Leanna Long, Karen Roberts, and James F. Roberts. So it's got quite the cast going there. Sounds like a family ordeal trying to pull everybody together and make a good film. Now on to The Stench. What is it about? Well, there's this guy. It starts out with him. He's talking to his wife, and they're talking about how much money they're in debt, and they have to come up with $900, or they're going to be evicted. One of those kind of ordeals. He thinks it's only a certain amount, and then she pops up with, no, it's 900. He freaks out a little bit, as any normal human being would, if you don't have $900 just laying around to pay off somebody. So he decides he's going to take this job over the weekend, where he's cutting down a tree. Gets to the property. It's the tree has been split in half, lengthwise, vertical wise. It now has the worst smell of all coming out of it. It's got this green, gooey, slimy crap coming out of it. It begins to make people very sick. It's pretty gross in places, but it's done really well in my opinion. It's not like a Lucifer Valentine film where you're just seeing a bunch of people puke up crap. No, this one's actually quite different. There is people throwing up, but it's done in a fashion that doesn't feel like they're just pushing the envelope just to gross you out. It feels like it's supposed to be there, supposed to feel that way, but not in excess, of course, which I like that. And the stuff they're peeking up is this green slime stuff. It kind of reminds me of a mixture of what was it, Severed, the movie with the tree, the loggers that are getting sabotaged. Or I think that's what it was called, was Severed Forest of the Dead. It kind of reminds me of a mixture of that and street trash in a very tiny way. Granted, they're not as good as street. This isn't as good as street trash, which is a classic piece of cinema. If you haven't watched that out, check out Street Trash, the original from the 80s, and then go ahead and pop on and check out the one from 2024. It's actually really good. Same with this one. This was done really well. I don't want to give away any more stuff about the film itself. I like to try to cut my spoilers as short as possible. So let's move on to the three things that I love my movies to me. First and foremost is audio. The audio is very crisp, cool, and clean. There's never any moments where I couldn't understand what was being said or being conveyed by any characters. They all speak very fluent on non-gibberish. They're very very coherent is what I'm trying to say. So the audio, I'm going to give an A on that. Second thing is dialogue. Dialogue can make or break a film sometimes. Nothing worse than a film with really bad dialogue that's really trying hard. The Room, I'm looking at you. That's one of those movies that I've never understood how or why it has so much fascination. Because I think the movie is just it's terrible. There's no redeeming value to it. Unlike this one, there is a redeeming value. I really like the dialogue in this. I think it is modern, hip, feels fresh to the ears. Sounds like people that I would know and talk to. You know, it's their dialogue is very very not basic, but it works very well. So I'm going to give it an A plus on that end. Now I'm going to move on to editing. Editing is where the bread and butter lies with this one. It is edited together very well. It has a nice steady momentum. The pacing does not lose any stride whatsoever. It really sticks with the formula and really knows how to tweak it and work it to where that you're giving your viewers something wild and different than their normal viewing affair. It's very very cool. I like it. So it's getting an A plus on the editing side. And now on to the final part, which is my final score of 1 through 5. This is going to get a 4 out of 5. This is a good little short. It's available over there on YouTube. I've given you the link to where you can watch it in the description box. I highly recommend it. You got 18 minutes to lose. That's it. It's not a long watch at all. Alright guys, love your faces, and as always, I'll see you next week.